I ripped the IV out of my arm and rushed out of the hospital room. As I hurried down the hallway, there was panic all around. Apparently, my window wasn't the only one that got smashed. I ran out the front door, pulling on my coat. I checked my pockets, and everything was still there. I guess I wasn't in there long, I thought to myself. The sky thundered, and dark clouds surrounded me. I felt my heart begin pounding, and it became more difficult to breathe. Just gotta get home. Just get home, I told myself. For some reason, the sound of my actual voice helped steady me. I almost ran to my apartment. I just wanted to go home. I burst through the doors and went up the stairs, taking them two at a time. I got to my hallway in what felt like seconds. I ran into my bedroom and changed the clothes I was wearing. I still had bloodstains on them. As soon as I pulled on a fresh shirt, I immediately felt better. I went to the balcony with a cigarette and let the tobacco smoke fill my nose and lungs. The nicotine was doing its job. My mind slowed and I could think again. I leaned against the railing and slowed my breathing. "Smoking is bad for you." I almost jumped straight into the air. "Who's there?" I screamed. I was shaken enough. I didn't need this now. "Up here." I looked straight up, and sitting there on the ledge was the bird. "Good to see you again, Barry." His voice was as dark as the feathers he wore. His eyes were still empty and soulless. It was hard not to scream. He emitted some kind of aura. It terrified me. "What the hell are you?" I shuddered. It cocked its head. "What are you?" "I didn't know you were a black parrot." "It doesn't matter now, does it?" "It'd make more sense talking to a parrot than a demon crow." "I'm a raven." It sounded sinister saying that. It jumped from the ledge and flapped down to the railing. My phobia of birds kicked in and I inched away from it. "We need to talk," the raven said. "You're in a bit of trouble." "Just tell me," I shuddered again. "Just tell me what you want. Just tell me what happened." "Let's face it, you've done nothing with your life," it said. It didn't show any hesitation. "You've wasted it working as a janitor, living alone in your petty little apartment. And what have you done other than eating breadcrumbs? Reaping souls." When it said that, I froze. An involuntary shiver ran through my body. I pulled up a chair and sat down. "Are you some kind of grim reaper?" "I am death. You were supposed to die, not that man. Somehow you were able to enter limbo and trade places with the man who died." "I killed someone?" I couldn't breathe. It was just too much. Sorry. It's hard to think." "Not quite. You traded deaths with him. You were supposed to die this morning. He was a smoker, like you. Lung cancer. He was meant to die in 6 months. So congratulations, Barry. You just bought yourself a few months." "I don't want this. I got that man killed. Take it back. Make it right." "This is right. You changed the world, whether voluntary or not. Things are the way they're supposed to be. Get ready for your date, Barry. You're running out of time. But if you must, try to trade deaths with people who deserve it." With that, the bird left. Suddenly, the cigarette in my hand wasn't very appetizing. I tried calling my brother, but all he did was argue with me. He said his diagnosis was that I was breathing in bleach fumes. When he hung up, I screamed and threw my phone across the room. It clattered against the floor, and I sat down, burying my face in my hands. For a few long moments, it was silent, and then my discarded cell phone chirped to life. I looked up and the screen was illuminated. I got up to see what it was. When I picked it up, I almost threw it again. Justine sent me a message. Can't wait for coffee. I didn't know what to do. But maybe my brother was right. Maybe I'm just going crazy. The next morning, I'll talk to my landlord about a vacation. Right now, I had a date to go to. I threw on the best-looking shirt I had and sprayed on some cologne. Feeling as good as I can in that situation, I left. Walking out of the building, I looked behind me once. And in that instant, I saw the raven. And in that same instant, a cold feeling washed over me. A feeling that things will never be the same.